Hi there and welcome to this lesson. We are going to discuss about Python numbers. Okay. In Python numbers we have four types, that is number could be integer number, it could be float number, it could be complex number, it could be a random number. Now what is that random number? That I am going to specify a particular range and my compiler is going to fetch a random value from that range itself. Okay, so let's just look at the code and let's just see how this is going to work. Okay, so this is my visual code editor. So I'm going to create a new file. Okay, let's create a new file and let's save this file with the name that is lesson 2. Okay, so let's save this file and we are going to save this file with an extension that is .py. Okay, so first of all we are going to deal with the number that is integer. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a variable a is equals to 10 and I'm going to take a variable that is b is equals to 20 and I'm going to take a variable sum and I'm going to add these two values and then I'm going to print a message that is sum is okay, and then I'm going to print my sum. Okay, so this is my code and now let's just run this code here. What we are supposed to write, Python and then lesson2.py. okay, so see, it is giving sum is 30. Now if you want that sum should be displayed on the same line where there is a message, then what I can do, instead of having two print statements, I can simply use a comma separator. Okay, and I can write as many as things I want in a single print. Okay, let's just run this code once. See, sum is 30. Okay, sum, like I can write the message like this as well. I can write this as well. Sum of A and B is or I can write sum of A and then it should display the value of A. Okay, I want it to display the value of A and then I want to write sum of A and B and here I want to write a statement that is S. Okay, then control S and then run. So see, sum of 10 and 20 is 30. So in this way, instead of having multiple print statement, you can work within a single print and you need to put only commas. Okay, and whatever value you want to fetch, don't give that variable inside double quotes if you want to give the value. Okay, so this is how you can avoid to have multiple prints. Okay, so this is the point that we have given the value during coding. Okay, we are not asking the value from the user, but since we sometimes we want that every time user enters a different value. Okay, so what I can do, I am going to make this as a comment. Okay, so instead of giving the value during coding, I can ask it from the user as we have done in the last lesson, that is enter A, any message whatever you want to give. Similarly, I can give the message, I can ask the value from the user, that is enter B. Okay, and then and then what I can write, sum is equals to A plus B, and then I'm going to print a message that is sum is, and here we are going to display the variable that is sum. Okay, now we are going to run this and it is asking me enter the value. I am entering 45, 67, so it is giving me the result 4567, although it should give me the result that is 112. Why this is happening? Because if you remember, I told you that by default my Python interpreter, whatever value I am asking at the runtime, it treats that value as a text. Okay, so this is what it is doing. It is combining two text value. Plus operator is working as a concatenation operator here. It is not working as an addition operator. So what I want that whatever value I'm entering, treat it like an integer. So what I can write int here. We did this thing in the last lesson also. So what I can do, I can ask my interpreter to treat that value as an integer. Now when I run my program, I'm going to give the same values. It is giving me the result, that is 1 1 2. Okay, so this is about your integer. Similarly, you can have float value. Okay, so what I am going to write in, I'm going to make this as comment so that later on you can use these things, and I'm going to copy paste the same things. Okay, now instead of having integer, I'm going to write down, firstly let's just uncomment this. Instead of having integer, I'm going to write down float here. Okay, so what I'm going to write, I'm going to write float here. Also I'm going to write that is float. Okay, and now save it and run it. Enter A, I am writing 67.9. Enter B, I have written 7 only. So it will automatically treat this as 7.0. Okay, and it is giving me the exact result, that is 74.9. Okay, similarly, if you want to deal with complex numbers, what you can do, I'm going to make this as comment. Similarly, if you want, I want to add two complex number. What is a complex number? That is a combination of real plus imaginary part. Okay, let's say I'm saying 8j, and C2, in the C2 I'm not going to give any imaginary part. See, I'm saying this is simply 1. Okay, so it will take 0 automatically, like in mathematics we do. Okay, so I'm going to write down sum is equals to C1 plus C2. Okay, and here I'm going to print a message, that is sum of two complex numbers are, and here is the sum, that is comma sum. Okay, now let's just run this code and see what happens. See, it is giving me 2 plus 8j. So this is your complex number. Okay, 1 plus 1 is 2. Real would be added into real part, imaginary would be added to imaginary part. Since C2 is not having any imaginary part, so it is taking that as 0. So 8 plus 0 gives me 8, and 1 plus 1 gives me 2. Okay, so similarly, if you want to enter the value during runtime, what you can do, C1 is equals to input, and here we are going to enter the first complex number. Okay, and similarly you can have C2 is equals to input, enter the second complex number. Okay, and then we are going to have sum is equals to C1 plus C2, and we are going to display the sum, that is complex number sum is, and we are going to display that sum. Now see, the concept remains same, that whenever you are inputting a value, your interpreter is going to treat that as a text. If you want to get treated as a complex, you need to cascade it. You need to cast it. Okay, so what I am going to write, I am going to write complex here. Okay, so now it will treat my number as a complex number, otherwise it won't allow me to do that. Okay, complex. Save this and run. Let me clear the screen first. Now run this. Okay. Okay. Oh, I should write C1. I have written sign of exclamation. Okay, that is why. So enter the first complex number. Let's say I'm saying 7. I'm not giving any imaginary part. Second, also I'm not giving any imaginary part. So it is adding real to real, that is 8 plus 7 is equal to 15. There is no imaginary part, so it is giving 0j. Why? Because I have casted them into complex number. So that is why even though you are not giving any imaginary part, it is taking imaginary part as a 0. Okay, so this is about your complex numbers. Now the last thing of Python number is that is random. How you can generate a random number in Python. Okay, how you can generate like you must play some kind of games, and you have seen that I hope you must have played Ludo online. So what happened in that, you are throwing the dice and the number is coming, and computer is throwing a dice and number is coming. How that number is coming? Okay, that is a random number between the range of 1 to 6. Similarly, we are going to deal with that, how we can generate that random number. So what we can do, I can take a is equals to, I need to write, see, in other languages we have header files. Okay, in Python we have packages. Okay, under packages we have sub packages. Okay, so what we are going to do, we are going to use a package that is known as random, and we are going to use a package function that is known as rand range. Okay, and we are going to specify the range of, suppose I want the number should be between 1 to 6. It should pick any number between 1 to 6. So I'm going to write down print, okay, I'm going to write down print a random number is, and here I'm going to give that random number. Since I'm going to use this random package, so I need to import that package first. Okay, so I have written import random. So now I can use that function along with that package along with its functions. Okay, so let's just run this. So see, random number is 3. We have not given that number. Let's just run that code again. It will give you some different number. So random number is 5. Let it is giving you different number. Let's again run. It is giving you different number. So see, every time it is giving you some different number. That is why, but the number is between the range 1 to 6. Suppose if I increase my window size, I say the number could be between 1 to 100, and then I run my code. So it is giving me number 23. It is giving me number 5. It is giving me number 44. So see, this is the variation. Okay, this is an extra this is a very interesting feature of Python, that we have a random package and we can use that random number. What we need to do, we just need to import that package and we just need to give the window from which your number could be chosen. Okay, so this is all about Python numbers. Okay, I hope you are enjoying learning Python, and if you have any kind of doubt, any kind of questions in your mind, you can just post those questions and we'll definitely going to discuss them. Okay, so let's just meet in the next lesson with a new interesting feature of Python. Bye bye.